The following is a men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be contained in separate cages, with one member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match could be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. Now, let the War Games begin!
Here comes the Lone Wolf.
Introducing first, from Kansas City, weighing in at 285 pounds, Baron Corbin!
Being the one to kick off a War Games match is not easy. There's tons of pressure resting on you to get your team off to a good start.
Well, lucky for him, he won't have to wait too long until the cavalry arrives.
That's right. This team will have the numbers advantage here, but it's not so easy to capitalize on that advantage.
It's only a matter of moments now until we find out if he's up to the challenge that is War Games. A man who always considers himself main event material, an uncrowned champion. He wants to show exactly why here tonight.
Now here's someone whose only interest is beating people into oblivion.
And don't expect to see any mercy or remorse because Mark Coffey has zero.
And representing Gallus from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 238 pounds, Mark Coffey!
There is perhaps no greater challenge than the one this man is about to face. War Games, one of the most brutal contests a superstar could find themselves in.
And he has plenty of cause for concern because shortly after that bell rings, he'll find himself outnumbered.
He has to be prepared for an onslaught like no other. Does he stand his ground and try to fight it? Or give his opponents the runaround until help arrives?
Well, he's got 2 rings worth of room to work with. But in War Games, there are no easy answers or surefire solutions. First 2 competitors in War Games facing off against each other, setting the pace to kick things off.
These first few minutes of the match are crucial, Cole. If you're going to end up at a numbers disadvantage soon, this is the time to even the odds before the next competitor even has a chance to come in. On the other hand, if you're going to end up with the advantage, then you have the opportunity.
Oh, he got him! Is he going to lock this in?
Canadian back.
This is a tough one to escape from. Prying the hands apart,
But he found a way!
There's Mark with a counter. How do you even begin to approach a situation like War Games, Corey?
You have to take every advantage that arises, Cole. No one's going to get the win in War Games by taking the high road. You really have to use everything at your disposal to make sure your team gets the win.
Using the elbow as a weapon. Sharp punch. And he stonewalls Corbin. Attack right to the sternum.
Oh, man.
The count has started, and one team is about to have the odds in their favor.
Powerbomb position.
Going down, punches and counters out.
The holding cage has been open, and we're about to see a bit of a handicap match here, gentlemen.
Numbers advantage or not, he's leaving nothing to chance as he surges under the apron. Spinebuster!
Friday night.
Under the apron now, looking to stack the odds even higher in their team's favor here.
Now a series of vicious stomps in the turnbuckle.
Stumps.
Corbin is showing no remorse.
Coffey now just trying to survive.
And walking through the structure door, this is where nightmares become reality.
It pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time. Bang! He finds a counter.
No way. Astounding power.
End of days.
And Coffey is laid out. Oh, cracking the kendo stick across the head. Elbow puts an end to that.
New entrant about to come in, and not a moment too soon.
Another warrior about to enter the fray, here to balance the scales.
And the WWE Universe is making their appreciation for these gladiators known. Now we see Holland.
Looking for more damage here.
Release back suplex.
It looks like he's stalking his prey. Only one thing in mind. Good God, what force. The hammer dropped. Literally. Something might be broken. Brutal club.
Narrowly escaping there.
Clothesline. Being carried around now. Scoop slam.
corner. Big boot!
This whole building is shaking.
Matches like this are what it's all about.
Carried in a jeopardizing position here. And in just a moment, the numbers advantage set to come into play here.
Being let loose to surely become the tide turner for their team.
But able to block into an arm drag. Looks like the impending numbers advantage isn't enough for him. Setting up for something here. Powerbomb!
Oh, putting focus on the arm here.
Looks like the
Mark Coffey's snapmare to his opponent.
Mark Coffey with a big-time move. From the top.
Look at the amount of members on each team now. This truly has the potential to become one-sided.
Coffey connects with a Glasgow send-off.
You can see Joe Coffey's eyes taking aim.
here we go again.
Thorpe looks knocked out.
Deep six. 6 feet deep. Joe Coffey being sized up. Thanks for coming. Coffey with the end of days.
Could end it there.
It is absolutely deafening in the building right now.
Clock counting down. A sigh of relief can surely be breathed once the next competitor enters.
Sorely needed reinforcements about to arrive. Let's see what kind of impact they have.
Cross body.
And Corbin looking overwhelmed there.
I just hope Baron can survive and pull through.
The adrenaline is pumping.
Entering the battlefield and circumstances are finally sinking in. Ooh, disrespectfully earning that sign.
Shows to measure one more time. Thorpe looks knocked out.
Climbing up the wall.
Oh, that's a
Cradle DDT. Big opening for Holland to take this.
Broken foot.
the elbow connects.
He's getting fired up now. Really, he's going back to the wall. Thorpe looks knocked out.
No way. Astounding power.
End of days. Incredible.
Corbin might take it here.
Corbin's strike hits the mark.
Heavy duty blow.
Absolutely chucked by a German suplex. Knee lift to the bottom. Nice. Getting back to his feet, trying to fight on. It might be too late. Taking flight. Oh, man, he landed rough there.
And look at front. And that was a rough landing from that toss. And just a loading that stop sign.
He's making his move.
For the win. Still running out one.
This is insanity.
Do you expect anything less?
And hold on. Are we looking at the prelude to the end of it all?
Not looking good. In this position.
He got out of dodge just in time.
Here's the pin. Can Joe do it? No.
Getting that shoulder up now is huge. Tossed.
Is victory close? This could be it. He makes the save.
Better late than never.
Mark Coffey is reeling. Front face lock applied. Hoisted up. Suplex position. But planted with a Uranagi.
And Corbin's laid out. 2 count. And that'll do it. It's finally over with the win. Here are your winners. Mark Coffey, Joe Coffey, and Wolf Victory for this team, a bitter defeat for their opponents. This was a back-and-forth match. It was very exciting to watch.
I still cannot believe what we saw here tonight. A lot of back and forth in this match, but you can't deny that the best team won here tonight.
The following is a men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. Now, let the War Games begin!
The phenomenal AJ Styles.
Quite simply, one of the world's greatest superstars.
A career that spanned decades, continents, and titles.
Introducing first, from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Being the one to kick off a War Games match is not easy. There's tons of pressure resting on you to get your team off to a good start.
Well, lucky for him, he won't have to wait too long until the cavalry arrives.
That's right, this team will have the numbers advantage here, but it's not so easy to capitalize on that advantage.
It's only a matter of moments now until we find out if he's up to the challenge that is War Games.
It's the indie sensation, Cole Quinn.
And from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 210 pounds, Cole Quinn.
There is perhaps no greater challenge than the one this man is about to face. War Games, one of the most brutal contests a superstar could find themselves in.
And he has plenty of cause for concern because shortly after that bell rings, he'll find himself outnumbered.
He has to be prepared for an onslaught like no other. Does he stand his ground and try to fight it? Or give his opponents the runaround until help arrives?
Well, he's got 2 rings worth of room to work with. But in War Games, there are no easy answers or surefire solutions. The first 2 combatants are locked in and War Games is underway.
Definitely not an enviable position for anyone to be in.
Yeah, Saxton, you've already gone through hell by the time the War Games officially starts.
Quinn gets out of there. Super kick!
Knee right on target.
In control here with a swinging neck breaker.
Textbook.
On, AJ caught him. Uh-oh. Looking for the suplex. No. Neck breaker.
Oh, wicked kick to the lower back.
And he evades the attack.
Vicious double axe handle. Uh-oh, pump handle applied. What's coming next?
Harrelson driver.
Double underhook, butterfly applied. Beautiful suplex, but not done yet.
Still going. Another one.
Going for a trifecta. And a face buster to end things. Only seconds away from giving their team the numbers advantage. Corey, there's one misconception that people have about War Games. What do you think it is?
The thing people tend to forget about War Games, or just outright ignore, is that it's a marathon, not a sprint. Sure, the pace picks up once every competitor's entered the structure, but if you're not the final participant of the match, and you can charge in there with a head of steam, you're going to burn out quicker than a candle, my friend. Running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
Quinn is picking the competition apart.
Yeah, Quinn isn't giving any quarter.
As if the numbers advantage wasn't enough, looking under the ring for a weapon now.
Ooh, a vicious shot right to the dome.
Ooh, and he manages to reverse.
He's pushing back now.
He is absolutely back in this fight. Oh! Repeated hits like that are going to add up very quick. Plenty of damage being dealt here.
Things could get ugly now as they head inside the cage. Springboard, but nobody home.
Oh, look at this. Oh, pump handle into a gut buster.
Nice.
Kendo stick to the skull.
Thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
The timer is running out, and this next competitor will equalize things inside the cage.
He's got a plan for that table, and it does not involve a dinner party.
Better make your way into the bedlam quickly. Your team needs you.
Double axe handle smash. Spiked him. There's a certain amount of anger you have to have towards your opponent to pile drive them like that. Oh, God, face first.
Fast thinking saved him there.
Tilt-a-whirl head scissors.
Stop side to the noggin. Some might call that showing off, but what a display. What a way to flat your abilities.
Snap there. But meanwhile, here's AJ Styles.
And he gets directed into the corner.
Perilous position for him to be in here.
We've got a numbers advantage incoming as the countdown is about to run out.
Steiner.
Nice.
And for the team on the wrong side of this entry, things have gotten that much more grueling.
Caught with that sharp elbow.
The odd man in, and he's looking for an ace up his sleeve now. Set up with a sweep.
Nicely done. Oh, come on. You already had the advantage. You didn't need to bring that into the ring, too. Entering the ring and assessing the situation. The moonsault.
Kick to the gut.
In full control here.
And Quinn gets thwarted.
El Ordinario dodges.
Reversal after reversal. These two have counters for days.
Super kick. Good night. From behind.
Oh, wow.
Against Steiner.
Nice.
Backbreaker.
What a counter. The next entrant incoming to even up the odds.
Looks like set up for a suplex.
Finish things off. Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks.
And with the next combatant on their way, it looks like things are close to a fair fight once again.
Hurricanrana ideals meal.
Flores isn't looking good as he stirs back up.
And Styles end this right here, right now. There it is.
Styles clash.
Flores is in the worst way now.
Can there be frustration mounting in these competitors, knowing it's going to take more to win this one?
You can't let those feelings seep into your psyche. You have to keep your focus. Golly. He clearly wants to dish out more punishment.
Here it comes.
Buster. Will Hector end this? He gets manhandled over into the opposite ring.
But now El Naria. Timer's almost up. This next entry gives their team the advantage inside the cage. Man, this place is jumping.
Bursting out of the cage, eager to capitalize on the situation.
Cole looks to count. Looks like they're bringing additional firepower with them into what is now essentially a handicap match. Misses the target. Ooh.
Into the cage now, and the numbers advantage is locked in.
He's doing everything he can to fight out of this tough spot.
Sweeping takedown.
Stick wrapped around the head.
Sending him all the way over to the next ring.
Climbing up the War Games cage, headed for the top. Watch out.
Gosh, what a match.
Drop kick in the turnbuckle. He's got his sights locked in now. Styles with the capture.
The WWE Universe is on its feet.
And deservedly so. These superstars are holding nothing back.
Tossed clear across that gap and crashing down into the opposite ring.
And he turned it around.
He's trying again.
Has a victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a ball game.
Correction, Cole. We have ourselves a War Games.
Oh my goodness! Kick to the spine.
Struggling to get back on his feet from the top.
Escapes out of that attack.
Outrageous athleticism on the Hurricanrana.
He wastes no